For the last video in this series, I will go back to Grasshopper, and I will take all these sheets and put them flat on the ground so they can be milled or whatever you want to do with them. Then I don't actually need the last pieces, the Grasshopper surfaces. I can go all the way back to my original point curves. That means I'll just hide the other ones. This is the curves that I will, or the surface maybe, the surface that I will be putting flat on the ground. And to do this, I will use this plane and I will use this surface, and I will use a component called Orient. This asks for a geometry, a source plane, which is this one, and a parent plane. And this one I already have. And if I can put it like this, it should put all the geometry straight flat on the XY plane. And to make it a little more convenient, I will make an array of planes to place them instead of just one. So I will do the linear array in the translation transform panel. And the geometry I will array is just an XY plane. And the direction should be, it could be the Y direction. And the number of planes, that should actually be the same amount as the number of surfaces in this. So I will make a list length. And now these surfaces, they are in 67 lists with one surface in each list. To make them countable, I first have to flatten them. So now there is 67 surfaces in one list. And like that. And this is my count. And then I need to add a large number to the multiplication. And this should be something larger than my height here. So I can, for instance, multiply this height number by 2. So multiplication, and I take my height, and I multiply it by, for instance, 2. See how that works. There I have all the planes, and these should now be my target plane. And now we see that these two sources, they are dotted lines, dashed lines. And they are now grafted, so there should be 67 lists with one item in each list in this case. But my array is now all in one list. So to make them work together, I will just flatten the two initial ones. And I can do that, the flatten also inside the component by right-clicking and flatten and flatten. So then I input the geometry, and then he should. There is something wrong with the first one because it doesn't have a clear direction, it's just flat. So I can either do it manually, or I think I can fix it also by making a slight change to the edge here. Yeah. So there you have all the files, and they can now be fabricated. And it could also be useful to have a number on them. So I'll just make that in a quite simple manner. So I will use the series component, and this makes a series of numbers. Now it's starting from 0 and going to 9, or it's in total 10 numbers. So instead of ending up at 10, I will have the same amount as my list length. And this number, which now goes from 0 to 67 or 66, it should now be written on the local plane of these. Or actually, it should be written on in the center point of each each beam. So let's try to make an area. It's actually the same position, so some places it might not hit. Okay, instead I will draw a line here and position it like that. So I will explode these into curves. So now I have 4 curves representing each segment, and I will find the 2 longest ones, the list item component. So the list item can be edited. So the first item in the list is apparently this one. The second one is one of the sides, and the third one is the top one. So by adding a point on curve, I will find the center point of the first curve, is here, and the center point of the second curve is here. And then I can draw a line in these points, and point. And if I now add a new point on position my number, this should be nicely positioned in the center here. So I have still my number from the series, and I will do a text tag 3D location, and the text is my number. And now again I have some grafting issues. This one is dashed and this one is not. So I'll flatten this one inside the input. And then I can edit the size so it's coming out visible. Maybe a little more. Yeah, this one should be big enough. So now you have a nice number on all of the panels. So that number could also be somehow laser cut or whatever you need, so you can identify the panels afterwards. And they can be baked. Right click, bake. And you can bake the oriented pieces. Right click, bake. And actually, you don't want them as surfaces when you bake them, you want them as curves, but that's also possible. So instead of orienting and baking the geometry, I have to make them into curve again. Like that, and bake. And the text objects, I didn't bring them now. Right click, I can take them from here. I will copy. And these ones can be just loaded. And then they are curves instead. So zoom selected. Now I have all the curves. Yeah, that's it.